Please.
Flores, hang this up. Thank you very
I
much.
had 3 more seconds and I had the whole thing.
Just,
I was supposed to have 3 minutes.
sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show from Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex. On air at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Online at kernradio.com. Now, here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. Streaming live on YouTube. That's right. Head over to YouTube. Search up Kern Radio. We're live right now. Hit that subscription or subscribe or notification bells. Click them all. The thumbs up, all of them. Help us spread the word. We're also on social media. Just look up Kern Radio on Facebook, Instagram, and X. I am also out there, JR Flores, or why not JR. We got a great show for you lined up today. Plenty of things to talk about. Plus, we have guests. The Bakersfield Museum of Art will stop by. Marketing and communications manager Lori Marty will stop by. Plus, she's going to bring by their new executive director and chief curator, Gilbert Vicario. They have their fall exhibit and their members preview going on tonight. We'll tell you how you can check that out and how you can possibly become a member as well. We'll talk about Prop 50. I keep on telling you no, but I'll tell you who's for it. Oh yeah. You're gonna dig this one, and then there's plenty to talk about locally. Sports shakeup at Cal State University Bakersfield as more fallout on the basketball team. Head coach Rod Barnes stepping down effective immediately. We'll get into that, and you probably heard in the news there, Bakersfield Christian High School forfeited a volleyball game. We'll tell you why and why I also support them in that effort, as well as support the high school district. Because although some of you don't realize, two things can be true at the same time. And you guys can always jump in if you want. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KER. And I'm going to do the Ralph. Did he want to come in? Did he just want to? I'm playing, Kyle. I'm just messing with you. You know what I
mean, Kyle.
You know what I mean by that, right?
Discussing the Rod Barnes news.
You know what I mean by that, right? There. 661-842-K.
Don't have a list of names. Well, we have two hats.
We have that. Let's see. We'll start off though with the ICE shooting. The president's doing a press conference. What is he signing? An executive order on domestic terrorism. Not only that, but I believe the death penalty in Washington, D.C. As soon as that's over, we'll get you all the details of what he was talking about. But we have to discuss the shooting in Dallas that took place at the ICE facility, only because it's more violence. And as you've heard me talk about, just everybody just needs to calm down. Bring it down a whole bunch. The gunmen who opened fire at the ICE facility in Dallas sought, quote, real terror for agents and searched apps that tracked the presence of ICE personnel, says FBI Director Kash Patel. Joshua Jan, I believe, Jahn, 29, identified by sources, say he is the alleged shooter who fired from a rooftop toward the ICE facility, killing one detainee, injuring two others. The shooter died after turning the gun on himself. FBI Dallas and FBI headquarters have been working 24/7 to seize devices, exploit data, and process writings obtained on location and in the subject's person, residence, and bedroom. FBI Director Patel wrote on X. One of the handwritten notes recovered read, "Hopefully this will give ICE agents real terror to think. Is there a sniper with AP armor-piercing rounds on that roof?" Patel also said the gunman searched for videos of Charlie Kirk's assassination in Utah leading up to the attack in Dallas on Wednesday. Said he conducted multiple searches of ballistics and the Charlie Kirk shot video between 9:23 and 9:24. Between 8:19 and 8:24, he searched apps that tracked the presence of ICE agents. Jimmy Kimmel tried desperately the other night during his, I wouldn't even call it an apology because I'm not sure I heard him say I'm sorry still. But he tried desperately to take back what he said as far as the MAGA right trying to distance themselves from anything that may be their own. I'm paraphrasing there. In turn, he said, well, they don't really represent anyone. They're just crazy lone gunman people. And while that a bit of that may be true, they are crazy. There is something mentally wrong with these people, but they are driven by something. I said it yesterday. It just doesn't. They might claim to hear things in their head, but their belief system doesn't come out of thin air. We are demonizing the ICE agents when all they're doing is their job. Meanwhile, here in California, we still are wondering, as Gavin Newsom asked the other day, governor of California, wannabe presidential candidate, asked as he signed SB 627 here in California. They call this the, what is it called? I'm not sure. I can't remember. I was trying to find it because I had it here, but it basically bans federal and local law enforcement, including ICE, from wearing ski masks and similar extreme masks. Because as the governor asked as he signed it, what are they afraid of? What are ICE agents afraid of? Why do they have to cover their face? What are they scared of? Well, Governor, just so happens 2 days later after you've made that statement, this is what they're afraid of. Because you have demonized them. You have used words like this. No one wants masked officers roaming the communities and, quote, kidnapping people with impunity as this authoritarian regime. This is the language they're using. Expands its reach into every aspect of daily life, including terrorizing people. Now, some of you may believe that, but they are doing their jobs and you are putting them at risk by using language like this, by enacting bills like this, where they're mandatory to show their face, even though there's clearly, from the shooter that we learned about in Dallas, apps that track where ICE agents are going to be. How dare you ask, Governor? What are they afraid of? And so while these might be crazed lone gunmen, they're getting their ideas from somewhere. They're reading the rhetoric somewhere. And we all just need to step back, calm down, and bring it down I was going to say a few notches, but a whole lot.
Let's just turn the machine off.
Just
Just to turn it off.
and I can hear him. Well, Trump started it. Trump. Well, Trump, do you hold Trump? Somebody asked me the other day when I talked about why do we get into name calling? It doesn't help your argument. It really doesn't. Matter of fact, it makes me stop listening to you altogether. But the first thing that always the response, well, JR, do you hold Trump to the same standards? Yes. Yes, I do, actually. Now I don't have access to Mr. Trump. I'm not sure if I commented on his Truth Social page that he would read it. But I would tell him the same thing. Everybody just needs to calm down. Or else we're going to continue to see stuff like this. And SB 627 doesn't help. And not that they can really enforce it. It was great. The governor's talking up there, and the DOJ, the Department of Justice, comes back and says, I'm not sure if you know how this works, Governor, but these are federal agents and not state agents. There is nothing that you're going to be able to say in your state that is going to supersede what the federal government's mandates are. Sorry. If we say our guys can wear masks, guess what? The federal government has supersedes that. And the governor tried to well, let me explain this to you. Federal agents still have to, you see, abide by state laws because I'll use this as an example. Don't they still have to abide by the rules of the road in California? Now, I know our governor is not stupid, but he must think that we are. That's the thing you're going to cite to go into court. Well, federal agents have to abide by state rules of the road, so therefore they should have to also abide by. Yeah, good luck with that one. But go ahead and waste more money on lawsuits fighting the Trump administration, because that's what we have, just money lying around everywhere. Goodness gracious. You said we have a phone call, sir? 661-842-5376. Who you got?
Martin is on the line.
Martin, what's up, my friend? How's it going?
Hey, JR, I like your show.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Hey, I think that we need to change how we look at this. It's not because somebody's trying to hide their identity. This is a safety protocol that these men need to have. They need to wear a mask because people are spitting in their faces, like what happens at rallies and all those kinds of things. This is a safety protocol. This is something maybe OSHA might even require.
Yes, because you're now putting them at risk, and that's the whole reason why they're wearing them. They're not wearing their mask because they want to somehow be secret. I mean, they do because they don't want to get hurt. They don't want their families hurt. They don't want to happen what happened in Dallas yesterday to happen at their homes. People are doxing them. People are looking up where they live and who their family members are. It's like messing with the Mexican cartel.
Absolutely. But if you just make it just a safety issue for their own health, that other side has to buy it because we all know how important health and safety is.
Right. It's just wild to me. And they go on to say, well, this bill is sponsored by Mexican American Legal Defense and Education, Prosecutors Alliance. No law enforcement support whatsoever for this bill. Not one.
Great show, JR.
Thank you, Martin. I appreciate you listening, man. Appreciate you listening. Not one law enforcement agency. And not only that, I think CHP is exempt. Well, why is CHP exempt? What's the real nature of this bill? Is it just to go after federal agents and ICE? And of course, the author of the bill, Mr. Scott Wiener, senator out of San Francisco. Everybody just calm down. Got to get to a break. If you guys want to chime in, you still can. 661-842-5376. 842-KERN. You can text. You can also jump in the chat on YouTube. Just go over to YouTube, search up Kern Radio. We're live right now. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Know when we go live every single day. Come back on the other side. Talk a little CSUB basketball shakeup. Coach Rod Barnes, after 14 years on the helm, suddenly, out of nowhere, just steps down, resigns immediately.
Really out of nowhere?
I mean, he just, we'll break it down. And then also, as you may have heard in the news, BCHS Frost-Off Volleyball forfeits a game. We'll tell you why they chose to do so. And I'll explain why two things can be correct at the same time. Plus Prop 50. You guys know I don't support it, but I'll tell you who does. And why are we giving this organization money again? I can't figure it out. Maybe you guys can. Oh, La Rosa bars. The bubblegum cream ice cream bar is back for a limited time. I'll tell you how you can go and get it, where you can find it. Coming up, it's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Start your day right. First Look with Scott Cox, 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Friday edition of the First Look program, there is a serial killer apparently on the loose in Houston, Texas. The world is going crazy. Plus, Coach Rod Barnes is out at Cal State. I don't know what's up with that, but it's not great. We'll have all that, plus news, traffic, and weather. It's all happening at 6 to 9 a.m. right here at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
First Look with Scott Cox, 6 to 9 a.m. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
Today is Thursday, which means the Stockyard is open. That's right. 2525 F Street, the little speakeasy right next to KC Steakhouse from the folks that bring you KC Steakhouse. Let's say you're waiting for a table at KC Steakhouse. Guess what? Go right next door to the Stockyard. You can wait for your table while you have a drink in one of the finest speakeasies, not in Bakersfield, not in Kern County, but all of California. That's right. Come on in. There's ropes. There's a carpet. You wouldn't even know it's there. Ring the doorbell. They're going to ask you the password. Tell them, why not JR? Then walk through the time portal that is the speakeasy at 2525 F Street, the Stockyard. Have a drink with Haley. Have a drink with me. I'll be in there this weekend. Plus, they got live music going. They also got a banquet room right next door if you want to host a party, a birthday, a bridal shower, those holiday parties coming up. They will have you covered. It's the Stockyard, 2525 F Street, open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 6 p.m. to close. Don't forget the password, why not JR? It's the Stockyard, speakeasy.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer. Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. The message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. Default terms at mintmobile.com.
The Charlie Kirk Show, weekdays at 6 p.m. on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. 661-842-KRN, 661-842-5376. Any text messages on the previous subject before we move on to the next one, sir?
Nope, we are Bear.
We are Bear. I can jump into the YouTube chat real quick back here. If I go like this and take my microphone out, let's see what we got going on in here. For those of you not on YouTube, just jump in there. Go to YouTube, search up a Kern Radio. You'll find us, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You too can jump in the chat. Let's see. One person pulled the trigger, but thousands approved of it. That's scary. Most, not all, openly approving of it, but silently, I believe. Well, not so silently when they're making these guys out to be like they need to be stopped. And crazy people out there think that I could be the one that stops them. Somebody asked, why do you want them to wear masks? For their safety. Because there's people out there apparently that want to do harm to them. That will find out who they are, their identity, look them up, find their homes, and terrorize these people and their families. We've seen it. We've heard about it. It's been reported. And obviously now with the shooting in Dallas, yeah, I think the evidence is there.
Not to throw conspiracy into this,
What's that?
but
Boy, Chris and his tinfoil hats.
wouldn't allowing them to have facial coverings also open up the possibility of people posing as ICE agents?
Well, that's their
and getting into trouble.
That is their cry of, well, how do we know who's a real ICE agent and who's not?
Because that's just with the way the country is today, I could see hundreds of
for
people
sure,
taking it upon themselves.
For sure. Pull up in a van and throw a bunch of Mexicans in it.
And we have a whole different problem on our hands.
But you can't put agents at risk because of that. You can't. And how many times have we heard of that? Oh, there's people just pulling up out of nowhere. I haven't.
Well, they haven't necessarily gotten the ability to do so.
Right, exactly. So it's all that's you're just thinking hypothetically. We don't deal in hypotheticals. People aren't hypothetically threatening ICE agents. No, they are. It's facts. There's cases that have been documented. And so, well, hypothetically, we could go, well, this is why we want to do it, because just in case anybody else decides to roll up with masks, we know who they are. Well, couldn't you do that with or without a mask? Right? Okay, let's take the masks away. Couldn't you still get fake ICE badges and fake ICE vests and still roll up in a white van with you and your buddies and do the same thing without the masks on? Right? So that takes that out of the whole equation. Because regardless of masks or not, people want to do that. They're going to do that. So that's the excuse they try to use, though. Oh, well, what if other people?
This is the first thought that popped in my head.
But I haven't heard any cases of anybody doing it. So it's just, yeah. Nobody else wears masks that work in more dangerous situations. Well, what's the danger, though? Is the danger because they're like a correctional officer and they just work in a dangerous environment daily with prisoners? No, people's identities are being used so that they can be attacked. Let's see, what else? Neighborhood policing needs to make a comeback. Neighborhood policing does. Fear in communities. If you guys want to jump in the, whoa, what's making noise there? YouTube chat, you can. Let's go over to YouTube. Search up Current Radio.
What the heck is that?
No, the mic was rubbing on the bottom of the mic stand there. Got to get to the bottom of the hour news. When we come back, we have guests. We do have Lauren Marty. She is the marketing and communications manager for the Bakersfield Museum of Art. She's going to bring by her new executive director and chief curator, Gilbert Visario. Talk about their fall exhibit, future plans for the museum, and how you can get involved. All that, plus you guys. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back. Typically about 15 minutes, 10 to 15. Ooh. All right, here we go. No, I won't make you do that much. Usually the show's an hour, but yeah. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. Check us out online, currentradio.com. Also stream it live on YouTube. Just go over to YouTube and search up Current Radio. We're right there. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Every day at 2 o'clock, we go live. You can follow along. Tell all your friends, all your family, everybody about it, and help us get to 10,000 subscribers. That's right. We're on our way, you guys. You can also find us on social media. Just look up Current Radio, Facebook, Instagram, and X. I am also out there, JR Flores, or why not JR. We have guests in studio. Lauren Marty, did I say that right? Lauren Marty, right? Which she is the communications manager and marketing over at the Bakersfield Museum of Art. She brought by the new executive director and chief curator, Gilbert Vicario. Vicario.
Or Vicario.
Vicario. I was close. I was close. Thanks for coming in, guys. How's it going?
Great.
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you. I'm always excited when a new exhibit at the museum is beginning to start. When the fall exhibit is going to open up today. But before we talk about that, just for people that don't know about Bakersfield Museum of Art, what you guys do, what's your mission, what you guys want to get done in the community, tell us a little bit about BMOA.
BMOA is coming up on 70 years young in the
Wow.
community. We started out as a memorial to a local artist named Marion Cunningham.
Okay.
She was very prolific, made beautiful screen prints, created a lot of success for herself living up in San Francisco, and then died unexpectedly. Her family was here in Bakersfield and wanted to create a memorial to her, which started out as the Cunningham Art Gallery.
Ah.
Fast forward many years, the Bakersfield Art Foundation was formed in order to administer that gallery, and that gallery grew into the Bakersfield Museum of Art. We're at 1930 R Street. So if you know where Smitten is downtown,
Yeah.
just a couple blocks north of that. Also, if you know Mexicali downtown.
Who doesn't know Mexicali downtown?
Yeah, if you're in Bakersfield, you know Mexicali, except for Gilbert. He's
Gilbert,
new.
we will take
have
you.
you?
See?
There we go.
Even Gilbert's been there
All
already.
right, so he's local already. We'll give him that.
We could be related.
I
That
love
honor.
it. I love it. So
Thank
yes,
you.
2 blocks north of Mexicali. And as far as our mission is concerned, we hold the following really near and dear to our hearts. Art is for everyone. You don't need a special education. You don't need some sort of fancy degree. You just need to be in front of art. And being in front of art is enough in order to transform you. Whether you're 5 years old, whether you're 95, never set foot in a museum, or you've been studying art all of your life. Everyone can appreciate art. That is at the heart of our mission. Now, what do we actually do? We have a permanent collection. We have a permanent collection of California art from the 20th and 21st century. And we also feature exhibitions of work from visiting artists about 3 times a year.
Oh, nice.
And we have a couple of those premiering tonight
Yeah.
for our members.
Yeah, you got a little member preview going
We
on
do.
tonight with the fall exhibit opening up, and you're
That's
also
right.
going to be introducing everybody to the new executive
That's
director and curator, right?
Everyone's meeting the man of the hour this evening
He
for our
is.
members. So we have our member preview starting. Some of our members will get to meet him at a special reception at 6 o'clock tonight, but we invite the general membership to come at 7 o'clock. Memberships start at just $35. So if you like what you're hearing, you want to learn more about the museum, you want to come tonight, you just can't wait. Memberships start at just $35.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's
you can
great
become a member
price.
at the door. Come on in and see some really incredible work on display tonight, not just from our collection, but the 2 exhibiting artists who are visiting us this season as well.
Who are those artists visiting us?
Well, we have 2. The first is David Kimball Anderson. David Kimball Anderson has fond memories of traveling the Valley. He sources some of his material for his work here in Bakersfield, specifically steel. I forget the name of the company that he works with, but a lot of the materials in the sculptures that people will see come from Bakersfield
Oh, wow.
vendors. He has fond memories of traveling up and down the valley, road trips with his family, seeing the sights, the sounds, the smells. So you're going to see signs, you're going to see objects, assemblage, found materials in the galleries that look like the valley from the 60s and 70s.
Oh, that's
It's
so
a re-
cool.
It's almost like a love
Like
letter.
a living history.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
really cool. So that is in our Cunningham December gallery. That's our main gallery. And in the other gallery, we have another link to Bakersfield, Christopher Reyes, who's native here. I believe he's from the East Side, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. Shout out. But living and working in Los Angeles. He explores themes that have to do with time and memory. When do logos, for example, think of a logo that you're really familiar with, like Life cereal,
Right.
for example, right? And you know what it
Or the
looks
JR
like.
one, right?
There you
behind
go.
us, the
That one
JR
right
show
there
logo.
with the
See that one?
Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
You're right.
See,
Okay.
everybody knows that one.
Now, everyone who's anyone knows that. Now, think about what happens 60 years from now. Imagine that's a sign outside.
Oh,
What
yeah.
happens when it becomes
It gets
weathered?
old and it gets rusty a little bit, maybe
What
beat up. Somebody
exactly?
probably shot it going down the highway.
Could be. I mean, we're not saying, but we're just saying. What happens, though, over time when it becomes weathered? What happens if you're only looking at a piece of it? And it kind of reminds you of something that you've seen, but not exactly.
Completely.
Exactly.
Right.
So what you remember has a specific amount of
Oh,
weight
it's drawing.
for you.
It's drawing from you now, not so much
Exactly.
you just looking at it from what it is. You're going, okay, I'm recalling this,
Mhm.
and it's bringing out your memories of it.
Exactly. And when does that symbol that you recognize become more than just that symbol? Because now you have brought your own experience to it, so it means something more.
Ah,
It's really
see, now I'm
fun.
ready to look at art. See,
Right?
Now I'm ready.
It doesn't take anything special. It takes interest, willingness, and time.
Yeah.
And everybody can have that.
Yeah, and it's nice to slow down a little bit and enjoy the arts.
It really is. We were just talking earlier today in our meeting. I've known Gilbert for all of what, 5 hours now? Maybe.
Oh, so you
4
just
or
met him
5
too. Not only are we just
literally
meeting him,
today.
but you just met Gilbert today as well.
100%. Yes. And in our
Wow.
meeting, we were talking about how just the act of being in front of art, being in a museum space, can change you.
Yeah.
Whether you're a child, whether you're an adult, you've never been in a museum environment, there is something that just lowers
Everything,
lowers
just
the
calming,
pressure,
just
calms
relaxed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And who couldn't use a breather like that?
Oh, we all could right now. We all could right now.
Yeah.
But not only the fall exhibits, like we said, everybody is getting to meet the new chief curator and
Yeah.
executive director. You have an extensive history, sir. You've come from many, many places. I could sit here and go, the Institute of Contemporary Art, Boston. You've been in Philadelphia Museum of Art, the Museum of Fine Arts in Houston, the Phoenix Art Museum. Where haven't you been? And what can we expect?
Bakersfield, right.
Well, you've been to Mexicali apparently already.
Right.
We got to get you over to Luigi still.
Yes.
And there's one other spot we got to get you over to. Then you'll be settled in. But what are you bringing to with all that experience you've had?
So first I want to say I was born and raised in San Diego.
Okay, Californian.
Like first generation Mexican American, and my dad threw me in a museum when I was a kid, and I think it was because he had passes. He worked for the gas company in San Diego. So to your point, Lauren, all you got to do is just put somebody in front
Just
and
show up.
let them show up. And so something obviously stuck. I thought I wanted to become an artist. Turned out I wasn't such a great artist, but I was a really good museum goer. And at the time, I didn't even know what a curator did, and that I could actually become one. And so I basically have spent my career as a curator, working in many museums across the country, and basically organizing exhibitions, acquiring work for the various collections that museum collections that I've worked for. And it has really taught me, it's given me sort of a broad look into art and culture across this country. And so I'm very excited to come to Bakersfield because in a way it's coming home, even though I've never lived here. It's like you're coming back to some place you've never, but I feel it in my bones. Like this is home.
You mentioned earlier that Bakersfield reminds you of growing up in San Diego.
Very much so. I mean, it's the landscape, it's the palm trees, it's the mountains, it's all of that. And to be able to work in an institution, to me, I got so excited when I heard about this position. And knowing the cultural demographic, knowing the proximity to Los Angeles, and what an incredible resource that is. But not everybody can go to LA. Not everybody has the time or energy to drive to LA. And it's my belief that every community deserves to have an institution like Bakersfield Museum of Art. Yeah. So I'm thrilled to be here and thrilled to be able to shape it for the future and for future generations.
Well, we're happy to have you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, no, thanks for bringing all your experience and expertise. You guys do a lot with the youth and education. My daughter has taken summer classes
Has she?
previously. She's 8 years old.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and she's gone through some of the summer camps that you
Mhm.
guys do over the time and stuff like that, where the kids get to go in and do all kinds of stuff. I've been in the museum a couple of times. Talk to me about some of those things that you guys do.
So you mentioned summer camp.
Yeah.
Summer camp is anyone on staff would tell you that that's our favorite time of year. There's nothing like seeing little kids trampling through the museum, gawking at something they've never seen before and wondering, hey, I could do that. Or what if I do that? There is something magical about the process of watching a child make, watching a child create.
Yeah.
My own child, I have an 8-year-old at home who loves to make experiments in the sink with slime and water and all. Not my favorite. I'd rather we did
Sounds like my
two-dimensional,
daughter.
right? There's something about that age. But when the kids get together in the classrooms, and we put a lot of care and thought into the environment and the vibe that we want them to walk into. In fact, we've recently renovated our classrooms. Things are nice and calm. They're more organized. They are vibrant. It's a beautiful place for a child to just come in and make it what they want it to be. So our summer classes happen usually the Monday after school gets out. We have week-long sessions for teens, for school age kids, and we even have sessions for the little ones. And then at the end of summer camp, they have their very own exhibit. Did you go to your daughter's this year?
We did go. Well, it was, I don't think we went this summer, but we went last summer. Yeah.
It's so fun. You see, hundreds of kids in there with their parents going, look, mommy,
This
my
is
work
what I
is in a
made,
museum.
yeah.
It's amazing. Snacks and art projects for them. It's super cute. So there is summer art camp. We do the same thing during spring break, some spring break workshops. Nothing like art making and the beautiful outdoors. We get the kids outside while they're creating as much as we can.
Yeah.
And we have a special program that we started with the Bakersfield City School District coming up on 10 years ago called Art Reach, where we have art educators who go into 5th grade classrooms throughout the district and provide visual arts education for them. And at the end of that program, they have their work on display in the museum. And again, it's the same vibe. A whole bunch of 9 and 10-year-olds that you would think, oh, well, I'm cool. I don't want to show anything off to my parents. But mom, look, I've got art hanging in the museum. Exactly. And I've literally got chills thinking about it. It's a wonderful experience.
And you're inspiring the next generation of artists.
That's right. And kids from communities who wouldn't necessarily think that art has anything to do with them.
Well, and there's plenty of studies that show how beneficial art is to kids, whether it's in education and just the mathematics and science, and how it reaches further into just somebody painting or something or creating something, and those benefits that kids get from it.
That's right. The process of creating itself provides lessons in problem solving, math even.
Yeah.
We often appear on the Do the Math program with the Kern County Superintendent of Schools, showing people the connections between art and mathematics. I mean, try hanging something in a gallery without math.
You should know all about that, right? Curator?
I'm pretty good.
And eyeballing it?
You can eyeball it, but then you need your calculation to make sure that everything works out. So yeah, there are lots of intersections in everyday life between art and math, for example, that you wouldn't necessarily consider. But all you have to do is be open to that experience. And it takes one person showing a child what that might look like. And for all you know, you have just changed the course of their self-image, their own experience of what my life might look like. Maybe
and compassion for other people. That was what I was trying to tell you earlier. That I really, children who are exposed to art tend to be more compassionate and tend to be able to understand people that are not like them. And how great is that?
Realizing that everyone can make something, and what you make is going to look different from what I make, but is no less important or valued or perfect, is an important lesson for everyone to know.
Oh yeah, different perspectives. I mean, we could be looking at the same thing and completely fabricate it and draw it in a different way and see it the way that somebody else doesn't see it.
And you really see that in stark relief when these kids have their exhibits at the museum, because the lesson is the same. The lesson could be, here's a lesson about using negative space versus positive space. And you got 50 kids learning the same lesson and 50 completely different understandings of that lesson, 50 completely different iterations of what that lesson meant to them. None of them are no less valid than the other, and they're all really special to see.
Right. With your experience here, what do you hope to bring into the museum?
I just hope, I hope to bring in more audiences. I hope to make it a place that everyone feels welcome and that everybody can feel that they benefit from going to Bakersfield Museum of Art. Obviously, with my extensive, broad range of experiences, it's always about elevating the quality of art that we can present to this audience. And to me, that is the most exciting thing, to be able to present that, bring the world. I actually coined this when I was in Des Moines, because I was so terrified of living in Des Moines and never leaving, and feeling that it was like the smallest city I've ever lived in.
Ah.
So then I started this phrase, bring the world to Des Moines, which basically meant through your exhibitions, you can actually connect somebody to the rest of the world through the sort of art that you present. So bringing the world to Bakersfield functions in the same way. And it's really getting this community to, giving them the opportunity to be on dialogue with the rest of the world, with what's happening out there. It's so important to feeling that you're connected to everything. And that is something that I'm really interested in doing.
And we're excited to see it. We are excited to see it. And people can get a preview of that tonight, right? Tell them how, if they want to be able to join.
You want to join us, you show up at the museum. Doors open at 6 o'clock for our preview circle members and at 7 o'clock for our general members. If you're not already a member, you can become one at the door. Memberships start at $35 for seniors and students. And you can do that either in person or online at bmoa.org.
And some of the benefits of being a member, you get the preview circle, you get the early
all access,
early access to the fall exhibits. And,
that's right.
And you also get discounted prices on tickets and stuff like that. And when you're doing the summer camps and stuff, you'll get it at a cheaper cost.
You should be my second in command. You're making this really easy. I'll just look at you.
That's
and
my
then
job.
You can say my things.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Plus, like I said, we've participated in stuff before, and so I know how it runs there. I want to thank you guys both for stopping by. Look forward, Gilbert, to seeing what you bring to this museum. It's already a great place, and I can only imagine under your curator and leadership, it's only going to get better.
Thank you so much.
And Lauren, you're such great work over there. Keep up the good work. And if you ever need anything, you are more than welcome to stop by.
I'm going to hold you to it.
Go ahead. You guys want to get out there tonight, the Bakersfield Museum of Art. If not, just go call in, look it up, bmoa.org. Go to the website. You can get all the information there as well, how to become a member and how you can go and check out the new fall exhibit opening up tonight for the preview. And then it'll be ready for the rest of you guys.
That's right.
But go in there and get a membership. All right, got to take a break. Come back on the other side. Take some of your phone calls, questions, and comments. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back. Thank you. See?
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
Friday edition, Clay Travis, Buck Sexton Show. We will roll into the weekend with all of you and put a bow on what has been another crazy week. And we'll be joined by the leading candidate to be the next governor of Florida, Byron Donalds. He will break down that campaign with all of us and also what's going on Capitol Hill. Come hang. Friday edition, Clay and Buck.
Live 9 to noon. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
Hey, it's Joe here. This is rodeo weekend at the Kern County Fair, and every pair of boots at the Emporium Western store is on sale. Yep, every pair. Save $20 on any pair of men's or ladies' boots. All moccasins, slippers, casual shoes, and kids' boots are on sale too. All men's, women's, and kids' jeans. All your favorite brands are on sale at 20% off the regular price. We also have all our shirts, blouses, t-shirts, jackets, vests, sport coats, dresses, hoodies, buckles, and jewelry at 20% off, and that's every brand. So come downtown to our one big location at the corner of 19th and N Street for the best selection, outstanding service, and great savings at the Emporium Western Store, where Cowboys have shopped for 116 years.
style for your way of life.
Look for the big red boot.
The Emporium.
September is National Preparedness Month. And if you're anything like me, I'm always asking myself why. Why would the government dedicate an entire month to this? I think you and I both know the real reason. It's because when things go sideways, you're on your own. FEMA all but admits they can't save everyone, and their response time just this year has been horrendous. So instead of sitting around waiting for someone else to step in, I'm actually going to do something about it. I found a reliable way to get everything I need to weather any storm. Emergency food with enough calories to keep me strong, along with water filtration, power, cooking, heating. I get it all from My Patriot Supply. They're the #1 trusted source for preparedness items. They actually manufacture a ton of their stuff right here in the US, and they've got over 90,000 5-star reviews. When it comes to my family, I'm trusting the best. Go to mypatriotsupply.com now to protect what is yours. That's mypatriotsupply.com.
The Charlie Kirk Show, weekdays at 6 p.m. on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. I want to thank Lauren Marty, the marketing and communications manager at the Bakersfield Museum of Art, and her executive director, the new chief curator, Gilbert Vicardio. They are set to open their fall exhibit tonight. You guys go by and check it out and become a member. It's cool. They got a lot of things going on. Like I said, in the summer, they do the camps for the kids, and even during spring break, just try to keep them busy. If you guys are looking for things to do, look them up. Bakersfield Museum of Art. They'll come back soon. Via Arte is just around the corner. One of my favorite events in town. 661-842-5376. Anything on the board, sir?
Yeah, I got a couple.
What do you got? As I attempt to turn around here to the video, guys. Go ahead. What do you?
Edwin Rosales is asking if you have any update on his T-shirt.
Edwin Rosales. He was the one
that was asking us for the 3X T-shirt. Yesterday.
Ooh. I'll check in the hall after the break, after we get off the show, and Chris will reach back out to you. Anything else?
Bakersfield Police Department undercover agents and SWAT teams wear face masks all the time.
As they should, especially if you're an undercover officer. That only makes sense, right? We're supposed to be protecting their identities. Nothing in Sacramento makes sense to me ever. Ever. 661-842-KERN. What else you got?
That's all we got right now.
Let's see. Did you block me? Nobody's blocking anybody. Everybody is free to comment on the social, on all of our socials, on our YouTube pages. All I ask that you be nice to each other. Or when you go to my Facebook page, because I'm going to start posting and posing questions to people. All I ask is that you be kind. That's the only time I'm going to block people, if you start calling names to each other and treating each other disrespectful. I want to be able to create a space that everybody feels like they can come in and share. I hope that's still possible in today's day and time. What up, JR? Did not see you Tuesday night. No, I didn't make it by the baked potato place. But that shouldn't dictate how they can protect the officers because of a few crazy people. That's what I said, Mary. That's not even happening anyways. Cop or gangster? I bet I wind up in the van. I don't even know what you're saying, Ray. Goodness gracious. JR, you need to come check out our art center in Wofford Heights. I don't even think I've ever been to Wofford Heights. You ever been to Wofford Heights, Chris? I couldn't even tell you where Wofford Heights is. 2020 department was 16 trillion. 2024 ended up 36 trillion. 4 more years, Democrats will put an extra 50 trillion with no country left. Somebody said, good show, JR. I like the BMOA. Anyone can be an artist. It takes skill to be a good one. It's like comedy though. It's all
practice.
It's all opinion. You know what I mean? What pleases one eye may not please the other.
I'm a firm believer too. Everybody has an art style you can be good at.
Yeah, mine is stick figures.
There you go. That's an art style.
That's
People
an
don't
art
believe
style.
in that, but that's an
people.
art style.
That's an art style. We got to get out of here. Make room for the Ralph Bailey Show. It's Thursday. Uncle Mike Turnipseed stopping by. Boy, do I got a bone to pick with him. I got to get out of here. It's the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
This is AM 1180 KERN Green Acres. This is 96.1 FM Bakersfield. Online at KERNradio.com.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Keith Peters in Washington. There's a record-setting fine for Amazon.
Amazon has reached an historic $2.5 billion settlement with the Federal Trade Commission.
That's mine. That stays. That goes. All right, you guys, be good to each other. I got to get out of here and go pick up my daughter between Lake Isabella and Kernville. Mary, I will get up there. I promise one day I'm going to get up there. All right, you guys, like I always tell you, if you can't find good in the world, be that good. And be good to each other.